Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about coronary artery disease. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture, or you can directly visit to channel my student support system. So what is CAD? Coronary artery disease is the most prevalent type of cardiovascular disease in adults. Coronary arteries are the arteries which supply oxygenated blood to the heart muscles. So here you can see these are the coronary arteries which supply oxygenated blood to these heart muscles. So they are very important because if they stop oxygen supply to the heart muscles, they may stop functioning. Atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis is the main coronary artery disease. An abnormal accumulation of lipid or fatty substances and fibrous tissue in the lining of arterial blood vessel, especially coronary artery. Here. So this lumen becomes obstructed by this plaque. This is known as atherosclerosis. These substances block or narrow the coronary vessels in a way that reduce blood supply to the myocardium or heart muscles. Causative factors. The development of atherosclerosis over many years involves an inflammatory response which begins with the injury to the vascular endothelium. The injury may be initiated by smoking, hypertension, or other factors. These deposits are called atheromas or plaques, protrude into the lumen of the vessel, narrowing it and obstructing the blood flow. Elevated low density lipoprotein means LDL, which is also known as bad cholesterol, and decreased level of high density lipoprotein or HDL, which is also known as good cholesterol, are included in the risk factors of atherosclerosis. Other factors, or we can say other risk factors, includes hyperlipidemia, means more fatty substances in the blood, cigarette smoking, tobacco use in any form, hypertension, diabetes mellitus, metabolic disorders, obesity, and physical inactivity contribute to the development of atherosclerosis. How you will know that you may have atherosclerosis? Means what are the clinical manifestations? Atherosclerosis produces symptoms and complications depending upon the location and degree of narrowing of arterial lumen, thrombus formation, and obstruction of blood flow to the myocardium. Clinical manifestations include pain in the chest due to myocardial ischemia, shortness of breath, dyspnea, nausea, angina pectoris, myocardial infarction, and sudden death may also occur. Diagnostic investigations. History and physical examination is very important, and if the above sign and symptoms which just we have discussed are present, then we can think of the client may have atherosclerosis. What additional investigations for confirming the diagnosis we can do? ECG, lipid profile test, CRP, and cardioangiography. Management. The goal of management of atherosclerosis is to prevent further progression of the disease and to prevent complications such as angina and MI. The main step in this regard is to modify the cholesterol abnormalities. All adults about 20 years of age or older should have a fasting lipid profile which includes total cholesterol, LDL, HDL and triglyceride, performed at least once every 5 years and more often, means more frequently, if they have this profile abnormal. The target should be to keep the LDL or bad cholesterol less than 100 mg per deciliter or less than 70 mg per 100 ml of blood if the client is in high risk group. Total cholesterol should be kept below 200 mg per 100 ml and HDL cholesterol should be greater than 60 mg per dl. Triglycerides less than 150 mg per dl. This should be our target. To maintain this, as a medical management, doctors may prescribe lipid lowering medications which reduces the CAD mortality in the patients with elevated lipid levels and high risk patients. Diet modification is very important in preventing the coronary atherosclerosis, such as ingestion of vegetables and fish, restricting the meat and fatty foods. Soluble dietary fibers may help to reduce the cholesterol levels. Management of an elevated triglyceride level also involves lifestyle modification, such as focus on weight reduction, brisk walking, at least 30 minutes per day, brisk walking or simple exercises, moderate physical activities to increase HDL. There is no medicine to increase the HDL, but the best method is brisk walking. By this we can increase our HDL, and we should try these physical exercises to reduce LDL also. Cessation of cigarette smoking is again a good lifestyle which can help in reducing the complications of coronary artery diseases. Thank you students for watching this video. For such important lectures you can subscribe the channel, you can like Facebook page for latest updates, and for making your notes you can visit mynursingstudents.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and join Facebook group Nursing Notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.